Have you ever found yourself wondering what are some good... Well, apparently my microphone failed. Anyways, here's a video about removing some of the contamination on the surface of the airplane using a clay bar or synthetic clay, how to treat it afterwards, benefits, and what it looks like before and after. So anyways, back to the video, check it out. And the only way to really get rid of those contaminants is to use some sort of a clay bar or synthetic clay, which I'm going to be using today. And then you want to take it to the next level. You can treat it with some sort of wax or coating or sealant like ceramics. So I found some products that work really well for me, and I'm going to show you a little test comparison today just to give you an idea of what I'm working with. So first things first, I'm going to clean this area. I'm going to use this rivet line as a divider just so I can keep track of which side has a treatment, which side doesn't. I've done the right side of the tail, which is on my left, and I've left that side bare. I'm going to use this Griot Speed Shine. It's a really nice detailer that I use on automotive and now aircraft finishes. It's safe, it's easy to use, and it smells good too. And no, I don't have any partnership or sponsorship with them. I just like their stuff, and I wish they'd send me some, but nope. I just buy this stuff myself. All right, now this is clean. I don't know if you can hear it, but if I rub my hand on that side, it's pretty rough. And I'm going to put the microphone down just so you can hear it. And now this side I've actually already treated, but if I rub my hand on it, it's nice and smooth. Can you hear that? This is the clay scrubber I used. It's made by Pumbaa Home. I picked it up off Amazon. It's a 2-pack. You can use it with something like the detailer spray as a lubricant, or you can even use soap and water. In this case, I just have a little bit of mild soap and water, just like a car wash type soap, very mild, very light mix, and I've got the sponge. Let me show you what it looks like on the airplane. Again, this is the surface that I haven't treated, and this is the surface that I have. So I'm just gonna get the sponge out of the bucket, wring it out a little bit, and I'm just gonna gently work it over this area. Move my microphone just a little bit. And I'm just gonna treat this one area right here. See this rectangle with the antenna in it? That's what we're working on. Already I can feel the surface changing. You can hear it as well. I'm gonna grab my microfiber and just dry it off. Dry my hand off. Wow. As Todd would say, very impressive. Wow, that's so smooth now. And then come down to this next panel. Still rough. My hand's a little bit wet, so it's dragging a little bit, but this hand's dry, so smooth, rough, smooth, rough. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit it one more time. The sponge is nice because you can get around the rivets or the corners. You don't want to leave the sponge on the painted surface though. The red dye could leach out into the paint. And now that the paint is totally stripped and bare, there's no protection. So you're gonna have to seal it or wax it or do something pretty quick just so you don't get any permanent contaminants into your paint. Okay, I'm gonna put the microphone back on the surface. I'm just gonna drag my hand. Let's do this section now. squeaky clean. You can actually hear it squeaking a little bit. Then down here, rough, smooth. And usually it's the top surfaces they're rough because that's where everything settles. Down on the sides, you don't usually get as many contaminants, but up here, it'll pick them up. So now I want to treat this area. I want to put some kind of a sealant on it. And this is where this stuff comes in. This stuff is absolutely amazing. If you don't believe me, go watch the episode on Project Farm where Todd tested all these different ceramic waxes and sealants, everything from the cheapest stuff you can buy all the way up to the most expensive. He did a very extensive test. I'll actually include a link to it in this video. That's how amazing it was, okay? Todd does a great job. I can't even say that I come close to what he does. He puts so much time and effort into his videos and really goes above and beyond. That's how I found this stuff. So anyways, thank you, Todd. I appreciate that. Project Farm, you guys are awesome. This stuff is what I selected and it's working really well for me. So I'm gonna treat this area right here, right now, and show you how easy it is. And then we're just gonna do a quick water test. Shake well and apply to a clean, cool, contaminant-free and dry surface. Working one small area at a time, quickly spread product over the surface, flip towel over to dry side and buff to a high luster. Now for the best results, they say wait 24 hours before any water or moisture touches that area. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spray it with some deionized water, see how it beads up compared to the other areas surrounding it. Let's start with a non-treated area. Kind of beads up a little bit, but and you can see where the water just doesn't even really stick, whereas it kind of sheets up over here. Obviously, everything over here has been treated. And the areas with the treatment, just it rolls right off, and over here it just kind of sticks and beads up. So same thing over here. You can see the water just sheets. And then over here, very impressive. Look at the difference, wow. I'm gonna take some air and I'm gonna blow it off and I'm gonna see how it comes off with just hitting it with forced air. So the areas that have been treated, I mean, they're almost dry. There's not much there. The areas that haven't been treated, water's still sticking. Still a bunch of water over here on the tail. It came off all right, but a lot of it just stuck. Over here, you can see most of the water just blew right off. I like this stuff. I think it's a really good product. I'm gonna be using it. The only problem is now I've got an entire airplane to clean and finish doing with the ceramic treatment and the clay bar. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you're using. Definitely curious to see how you're doing it. And if you have any tips or tricks or suggestions of your own, or if there's anything you wanna see, let me know. Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. So for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna just treat this one section right here, and I'm gonna use this rivet line as a divider, just so we can keep track easily. This is the clay scrubber I use.
Clay.